This is a matchup among a bunch of our silver medalists from the Bermuda Bowl. Bilda and Schultz, playing for Team Denmark, did take the silver medal. Now they're on Team de Boden. And Christian Lehrman, it's going to be our first time seeing him play in this event. I guess he's been playing a little bit, but maybe not too many boards, but playing with Antonio Palma. The young Danish player who I thought might have been able to carry Denmark to the victory over USA 1 in the recent Bermuda Bowl. Well, we're getting into the second board of play. One no trump making 2 at this table for a 1-imp pickup to de Boden on the first board. But now East-West have landed in 3 no trump. They do have a spade fit. And with the spades splitting, it looks like spades would have played okay, losing just 2 clubs and a diamond. But 3 no trump, certainly the better match point result, I guess we could say, assuming that the spades break. Herd opening lead from Bilda is going to work at developing his side's source of tricks. And I don't think Declare is going to do any better than 10 tricks here. Probably win the ace of hearts at trick 1 would be my guess. You really can't afford to duck and have them switch to clubs and set up the entire club suit against you with the ace of diamonds still outstanding. So win the ace of hearts, cash a couple of spades to test the spade suit, and then knock out the diamond ace. And the defense can knock out hearts, but wait, what happened at trick 1? Hello? This doesn't seem believable to me. I don't think the 9 of hearts won the first trick. So a little bit confused as to what went on there. I mean, maybe South expected his partner had led from jack empty 4th and Declare had ace queen doubleton. Well, I guess is exactly what happened. So a bit of an error defensively. The other table only managed 9 tricks and no trump. How did that happen? Club lead, I guess. Yeah, North led a club. Mikkelsen and Kulin from Sweden ended up leading a club. So they were able to establish 3 club tricks pretty quickly, and Declare just had to cash out after knocking out the diamond ace. 2 passes go to South, 17 count. I think South is the kind of player who would open this a diamond. It's probably too good for a no trump anyway, so I would like to be opening a diamond with this hand if our no trump range was 15 to 17, even in third seat. But it's always tempting to open a no trump in third on almost any hand that remotely fits the description, just to preempt the opponents. Just because you have 15 to 17 doesn't mean your left-hand opponent can't have a 20 count over there. And they, I wouldn't say often do, but they do enough of the time that it is worth considering when you're in third seat like this. So diamond to spade, 2-0, looks like some sort of spade raise. Did North-South play some sort of like strong club system or something? I guess that wouldn't make sense. Why would South open a diamond? But how do they show the strong no trump over 1 spade like this? Maybe 2 clubs is forcing for them, and they can untangle all of their hands from that. Sort of like an unusual type of gazilli. North-South get to 4 spades, king of spades offside, but Declare just has 1 loser in every suit other than hearts. Diamonds are splitting favorably, although Declare probably doesn't need too much of a favorable diamond split. 4-2 can probably be handled most of the time, just roughing a couple of diamonds in the north hand. King of clubs up with the ace. And how do we start the play here? Are we crossing to the Heart King to take a spade finesse? Looks like that's what Dennis has chosen to do. Runs the 8 of spades. Interesting. Rather than, say, the Jack or something else. All right, the 10 of clubs cashes. And I assume West is just going to exit a heart for the time being. Lock, declare, and dummy. Ace of diamonds and a diamond. Didn't want to suffer a ruff if he ducked a diamond, and diamonds were 5-1. And this way he'll establish kind of his ability to ruff the diamond suit good. Ooh, big hand here for South. So East with 8 highs. I'm going to pass in first seat. South gets to open a spade. I mean, North unfortunately just has to bid a no trump with their hand. Can't really game force on a 10 count with a void in partner's major. So a spade and no trump, and then assuming they play Gazilli, I guess South can choose to show this as a very strong hand, start with 2 clubs. So it might go 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, establishing a game force opposite the strong hand, and then 3 clubs by South. Muppet, you think 3 clubs by South? I mean, doesn't 3 clubs in Gazilli show like 15 to 16 with 5-5? I think this hand is way too good to show it as that. I know it's a 15 count, but yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly the nuances of Gazilli. I've never played it myself, other than that one time I played with Eric in the speedball. But if the evaluation basically is like a 5-5, 15 to 16 count, this hand is just way too good. It's not just that we have 6-5. It's like that, as well as the spot cards, as well as all of our honors are working. Like a lot of 5-5, 15 counts will have honors in their short suits. But here, the heart void, nothing wasted there. Ace doubleton of diamonds is perfect. The Jack of clubs is actually a pretty huge card when we have a 5-card suit like this. Is 2 clubs the stronger bid? Yeah, so 2 clubs Gazilli-wise, if you're not familiar, this is going to be either some hand that would like normally rebid 2 clubs with just spades and clubs, you know, your typical like 5-4-2-2 11 count that you've opened, or it could be 17 or more high card points with any distribution. Well, with 5 or more spades, obviously. So basically the decision is to upgrade this into showing it as like 17 or more high card points, is what's happened from South. And I would agree with that. So 2 diamonds opposite this is 8 or more high card points game forcing. So normally if you have 25 highs, you want to play in game is the way that the system is structured. So this was just artificial. 3 hearts, I don't know what's going on with 3 hearts, but this might be some sort of like inverted cokish type thing. So this is showing spades and clubs, not spades and hearts. That's just my guess. And 4 clubs now sets trumps. 4 diamonds is a cubid. North is going to cubid 4 hearts, which is should be the ace in this spot. I mean, unless 4 diamonds is key card, but operator has done a good job alerting so far. So I would cubid the ace of hearts as North. And South should know it's an ace because you don't really cubid second round control when your partner could have shortness there. It's very dangerous to cubid the Heart King in a situation like this. So South will actually be happy about that card because then the small diamond goes away on the Heart Ace. Are they making a grand? Let's say the opponents lead a trump. I mean, it looks like the bad spade split might doom the grand. but a small slam seems okay. Muppets' three hearts is 6-4 in spades and clubs. Okay, I see. So it's not 5-5 yet. It is 6-4. That makes a lot of sense. I think that's probably a better treatment than what I was thinking. 5-5. And that does make North's job a little bit challenging because with only an 8-card club fit or known 8-card club fit, North's hand isn't so good anymore, needing to rough the spades good when you have so few trumps between you. I'm not sure what 4 spades is. I mean, it should be a cubid, but I don't know why we're cubidding a void in partner suit and bypassing the heart control. I mean, maybe what's going on is North thinks he's responding to key card, but then he would be showing 2 without. I don't know what's happening anymore. 4 spades is a weird bid to me, but we'll see how the auction develops. Yeah, I mean, it's just difficult for me to know if Schultz and Bilda are on the same page as to what's happening. I imagine that Schultz is going to cue hearts. I don't see any reason not to on the way to 6 clubs. I mean, maybe for them 5 hearts is exclusion here. Could be. It's not really what South cares about. I mean, the Ace of Hearts is still a good card. I'm still just so confused about North not bidding 4 hearts over 4 diamonds. So that's making it hard for me to judge what South should be doing on this hand. But I think South is going to find their way to 6 clubs at this point. It does seem as if North has showed some sort of slam interest, and South definitely has a hand that wants to play in a slam. Now, does 6 clubs actually make? That's a question I hadn't really thought too much about. West, okay, South just bid 6 clubs. West has had a long time to think about the auction. It's hard to know if we need to lead a trump. I think we're going to get a diamond lead, which I imagine makes Declare's life very straightforward. Declare can just cross-ruff 9 tricks from there, or 12 tricks from there, cash 3 aces, and just rough spades and in dummy, rough hearts and diamonds in hand. Yeah, I mean, this auction kind of feels like South might have a diamond loser and could be off the Ace of Hearts, the way things have shaped up. So, like, imagine if South really was 5-5-2-1 with a doubleton diamond and a singleton heart, and partner had the heart ace. If you don't knock out that Ace of Diamonds at trick 1, you never get your diamond trick. So I think we'll see a pretty quick 12 tricks from here. Declare does not need to be all that careful. On a trump lead, what would have happened? Declare could have won the 7 of clubs in dummy, maybe, or the 9 of clubs in dummy. Ace of Hearts, pitch a diamond. I mean, the spade queen dropping doubleton would help, at least a little bit. You could then establish an extra spade trick. I think Declare would come out okay. They would just be able to set up the spades, losing a spade trick to the king. All right, heart ruffed low. Spade. West should probably pitch the queen of diamonds on a spade that gets ruffed. West decides to pitch a heart, but now declare can ruff a diamond back, and then effectively just claim on a high cross ruff. I don't think there's any chance West has let a stiff king of diamonds on an auction like this. So diamond ruff seems completely safe. I suppose declare is considering just pulling trumps and knocking out the spade king. That would work as long as trumps are not 4-0. But yeah, this seems a little bit safer. So diamond, east follows, and declare a ruff slow, and that'll be 11 imps going the way of de Boden, getting to the 6th level. How'd they get to 5 clubs in the other room? It started out with a strong club. Aha, right, they're playing the ZZ system, the Swedish pair. So a club, a spade, some sort of positive relay thing is happening, I suppose. Or maybe 1 spade shows hearts, 2 spades showing the suit. Yeah, things didn't really work out for North-South in the other room. They never really found their club fit. At least not until the 4 level. And then it was a bit late for them to begin exploring for a slam. I'm not sure why we're paused here. Is Palma really thinking? Okay, plays the 10 of diamonds. Declare her ruff slow. $11 imps. There we have it. Board 15. Oh boy. We just keep getting bangers today, don't we? Eat 4 in the north. This time there is a diamond slam or a heart slam available. But that requires the diamond finesse, of course. So playing in 4 hearts would be a little bit more reasonable. But what can East-West do about that? Because they have a big spade fit. So South decides to pass the 10 count. There are definitely players who would open on the South cards. 1 spade by Lehrman. Bilda's the type of player who might get creative with this North hand. I could see him overcalling 2 hearts. I could see him overcalling 4 hearts, which might be a little bit more of the field choice on a hand like this. I think I like the 2 heart bid a lot. For one thing, you probably don't have a slam, but I mean, partner could have the spade ace and diamond king. It's possible. And if you start with 4 hearts, you're never going to find the slam, I guess, is one problem. But secondly, you kind of do want partner to double 4 spades if that's what their hand looks like. I don't think we're going to sit for it as North. But we would get a little bit more information about the auction that way. Like, maybe we can decide to sit for it. I don't think so, but I suppose it's possible. The sound is super clear without the ceiling fan. I heard there was an echo yesterday, so Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a ceiling fan. I had no control over the sound in my previous place. I'm glad that people appreciate that we no longer have the AC unit running the whole time, but it was a built-in like AC/heating unit. It was just a vent, and the vent was very loud when the thing was on. There are other sounds that like I hear, but I'm guessing my mic isn't picking them up, which is perfectly fine. Like I can hear people the dog upstairs walking around and barking. I guess most other people aren't hearing that, as well as my washing machine, but it's a little bit quieter than the washing machine in my previous place. So Bilda decided to bid 4 no trump on his way to 5 hearts. This is actually fascinating. I think South might actually bid 6 hearts here. South has a huge hand for this auction, and North is inviting a slam. Wow. 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 Oh, Schultz doesn't do it. Whoa. 5 spades, though, from Lehrman. So Lehrman just decides to take it upon himself that he thinks the opponents are making 5 hearts. I mean, Dennis has already said his piece. I think he has to double here. Pass would be quite aggressive, especially with the singleton spade. If he had a singleton club, I would understand passing. I mean, I probably would pass at that point, but he's already showed his slam try. And Schultz has rejected it. I mean, you can't like show a further slam try on the North cards, can you? Partner knows you have solid hearts. Partner knows you're interested in slam. You still need 2 cards. He just bid 6 hearts? This is getting doubled, by the way. Oh man, this is insane. Isn't this getting doubled? Maybe not. There's a little bit of poker going on here, right? And it's possible that Bilda just bid 6 hearts confidently. The auctions, so there's a lot of things going on. Let me try and break down a couple of things that I'm noticing before Lehrman makes a 6 spade bid. Because West has like saved at the 5 level at these colors, Bilda might think that there's a good chance that Lehrman might just take a safety save in 6 hearts or 6 spades over 6 hearts in a spot like this. And so for that reason, sometimes you can just like confidently bid 6 hearts in auctions of this nature. And the opponents will just like take a cheap insurance save and you collect an extra 300 points, like kind of out of nowhere. So you turn 500 into 800, you turn 300 into 500, I guess. That would be 200 points. So that's possible. But the thing is, Bilda hasn't bid a confident 6 hearts, right? I mean, if anyone, Schultz is putting down just this like absolute monster of a hand and dummy that is completely unexpected. I mean, could this make with an over trick? This might make with an over trick, right? East may well lead the Jack of clubs on this auction. Dude, Schultz is thinking about redoubling, but why? You don't have any defense against 6 spades. just let your partner make their 1660 and move on. Redouble is just way too greedy. Yeah, I mean, the way Bilda's auction seemed, like if he had just bid 6 hearts over the double, then certainly Lehrman would save in 6 spades with his hand. Because that would be a confident 6 hearts, and then Lehrman would be like, well, one of my aces isn't cashing. I guess I only get 1 trick on defense. Partner preempted. I trust the opponents on an auction like this. and he would be right. But with the 5 hearts, 6 hearts bid, I mean, it doesn't sound like the guy's confident. Well, the 2 of clubs lead is at least fortunate for Palma. That doesn't give up the over trick. I guess it never would have given up the over trick. There's only 1 entry to the south hand in the diamond ace. I forgot the diamonds were blocked. But Declare is going to be pretty happy about the Diamond King being onside here. 1660 and 650, what is that? That's going to be 14 imps, is that right? I think that's 14 for 10-10. Huge result for Deboden, and Vicuña might end up slipping in the standings. I have not checked the updated standings this morning, so I don't know where teams sit. All right, Bilda going to, I guess, spend a little bit of time messing around on this hand. We probably pitch a diamond here and then a club on the 3rd heart and then play a spade to the 10, and West is end played, which doesn't really help them, but West will just get out the ace of spades, setting up the king and dummy, but Declare's still going to need to take the diamond finesse. Maybe that's not true. Maybe West doesn't set up the spade, king, and dummy. West could exit the stiff diamond. I guess he has a count on Declare's shape, right? So, yeah, setting up the king of spades is always safe. So now Dennis will pitch a diamond here and play a spade to the 10, but Lehrman will just counter by winning the ace, or winning the jack and exiting the ace. Oh, he pitches a spade. The diamond suit's blocked once again, so there's no way to make the over trick, even though the diamond king is onside. Man, now that I've started doing commentary, I'm hungry. I mean, I didn't really get anything to eat this morning. I was like, let's get up, let's check who's on. Oh, I better turn on the stream. Follow this match, which looks like it might be headed for a blowout in favor of Deboden. I will, in the meantime, pull up the results page and take a look at where the teams stand. So Apres Bridge Champ is still hanging on to first place. We took a look at them yesterday, and they were way up there. Deboden's in second, and Vicuña's in third right now. So this may well shake up the standings a little bit. There's a bit of separation between the top teams because this is day 4, I think, of the event. But Vicuña may drop all the way to 6th if they get completely smashed in this match. Maybe even 7th, in fact. Rubenstein is making a comeback. They're currently in 14th. I don't know what Dennis is thinking about. I guess he's thinking about trying to drop the king of diamonds singleton offside. That feels like a pretty big stretch to play for that one specific lie of the cards when East might just have the king of diamonds. I mean, West has turned up with what? Ace, queen, jack of spades, ace, queen of clubs, or something of that nature. There's a heart pitching a diamond. West throws a spade, so no help to Declare. You know, if diamonds were 4-0, he actually needed to play a spade to the 10 and end play West into getting an extra trick. I mean, it was very surprising to me that he pitched the way he did from dummy, and I think this was a small error, especially with West turning up with the heart length. West could easily have been 5305 in shape. I mean, maybe West double sounds like a diamond void. I don't think it is. I think West is just doubling based on the auction, right? The opponents have signed off in 5 hearts and now have bid 6 hearts. Kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, Builda could have protected against that 4-0 diamond split by pitching a diamond and a club and then playing a spade to the 10, throwing West in. Queen of diamonds, East ducks in tempo. East also has a count on Declare's shape, especially at this point, now that West pitched on the 4th heart. So East knows that Declare started with exactly 1 spade, a club void, exactly 8 hearts, and therefore 4 diamonds. So even if his partner had the stiff 10, it wouldn't really be necessary to cover the Queen of diamonds on the first round. Okay, diamond hook wins. So 14 big imps go in the way of Deboden. They're up by 24 in the match. We discussing the auction, maybe. It seems like that's something that's happening. Six hearts is a wild bid by North. Like, you know you're getting doubled, and your partner already rejected your slam try. I do wonder what Dennis's plan was on the hand. Very fortunate he catches this ace of diamonds in his partner's hand. It's just so strange that Schultz didn't bid 6 hearts himself. You kind of expect on an auction like this that your partner's going to have a club suit on the side with 5 diamonds and 4 clubs. And so the ace of diamonds would be a useful card opposite a singleton. The king 10, 9, 4th of clubs would be useful opposite... I guess West doubled 6 clubs, so maybe you know that... West doubled 5 clubs, so you know that partners got hearts and diamonds. I mean, still, ace 5th of diamonds is a good holding. I guess both black kings are now bad. Not sure. Bab says Kalita and Klukowski are in 5 spades doubled down 3 on this board. I mean, that's not surprising at all. It's hard to get to 6 hearts. We saw the other table miss it as well. 1 spade, 4 hearts by North. As mentioned, maybe a more popular choice, but I do like the 2 heart bid. East West playing a no trump on this hand when at the other table they got all the way up to 4 hearts. A diamond, a heart, same start to the auction, a spade, and then East rebid 2 hearts on the 5-card suit. Rather than a no trump, that got West to invite with their doubleton heart. And I have no idea why East accepted the invite. I mean, I guess the call of a vulnerable game is just too strong for some players to resist. But when you've showed fewer trumps than you have, and you know you're in a 5-2 fit, it's really hard to justify. I mean, you don't even have extra values, right? You have no values in partner suits. Your only extra values are the Jack 10 4th of clubs, which are probably pretty worthless. One partner's short over there. So 4 hearts ended up going down 2 in the other room. Chance for a pickup here for East-West. Declare used their hard entry to play on spades, leading the 10 of spades to the queen and ace. I guess at this point we just... I was going to say set up spades. Would that not have been enough tricks? Okay, we are setting up spades. So spade up to the king, blocking the suit. Oh, nope, just kidding. The 8 of spades holds, and now Declare can set up their 7th trick safely by knocking out the spade king. And the way things have gone, they'll probably get an 8th trick as well, with North playing a club throw, setting up Declare's jack of clubs. So this will be a pretty big pickup going the way of East-West for Vicuña here, staying lower than at the other table. I mean, how hopeless of a contract was 4 hearts? You have a club to lose, a spade to lose. You have some issues in the trump suit, but it could have been like king doubleton or king third on side. And you have to deal with all those clubs in the east hand, though. Maybe one of them can go on the 4th spade. Entries are a little bit tangled. I think 4 hearts is too much to ask for, even vulnerable at imps. Hey, Shift. Good morning. Schultz thinking hard about their discard. I think I did note a couple days ago when we were following this that the round times are actually quite short in comparison with a lot of the other major events. I am still following Lehrman. I found him, and so we do want to watch this kid. He's been he was very impressive in the Bermuda Bowl, so I don't see any reason not to track him a little bit. The 9 of hearts comes through, and Declare definitely should just win the ace at this point. You really don't want to duck this trick and then have a diamond come through, and then I guess you always get a 7th trick. Like, what happens? You play the jack of hearts, it loses, the diamond comes through, you go up with the ace, unblock the spade jack, and then just exit a low diamond. Eventually you're gonna have to get... Well, the east hand gets squeezed if the defense caches 2 diamonds from there, so you would have to guess the layout of the rest of the hand. Okay, I take it all back. You definitely should just win the ace. It's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, I know that you're sacrificing possibly like 3 over tricks or something to take the ace of hearts. But, you know, like, this isn't the defense of someone who is looking at king third of hearts. North would definitely play a club back through, and so Declare does well and guesses the ending correctly to make an over trick from there. Ace of hearts. Maybe just exit a club at that point, and that would have severed communication between the hands. Pass by North, pass by East, and Schultz in 3rd seat. What are we psyching? I mean, that's my first thought. Are we opening a no trump? I don't think Schultz is the type of player who opens a no trump with this hand. Did the other table just open 4 clubs? Is that where that result came from? It could be. Yeah, pass, 4 clubs. Makes a lot of sense. Schultz deciding not to do anything unusual in 3rd seat. Opens 1 club. And this is probably going to work out a lot better for him. It's hard to imagine East-West scoring more than 500 points at this stage in the auction. So club, takeout double, a spade from Bilda with his king 10 fifth, 1 no from Palma. And I expect now that Schultz is just going to bid 2 clubs and be done. Like, you could bid 3 clubs and take up a bit of room, but it doesn't seem like a hand where West actually has a power double anymore. Your partner responded, East bid a no trump. Let's just show our hand straight up and let the opponents wind up wherever they end up. Partner will know we have clubs. If partner has a club fit, great. We can compete maybe. But it does not seem as if our side has a game. Well, he does decide to jump to 3 clubs. Maybe still hopeful that East is being a little bit shaded with their 1 no trump call. I mean, this could end the auction, right? Could just go 3 clubs all pass. Ooh, double by Lehrman. Whoa. An aggressive second double. So this will probably fetch 3 diamonds from Palma, and that'll be where they lie. I mean, at match points, I would definitely consider passing 3 clubs doubled on these cards. We have an ace and a king. I mean, sure, our queen third of clubs is not going to take any tricks, but maybe we can just score up plus 300 if we get lucky. So big result here for Bilda and Schultz and Team de Boden, not preempting too high on the South cards and getting punished for it, which happened at the other table. I like the 4 club opening bid. I mean, I think it's perfectly fine. King of clubs lead. Okay. I assume we switch to our singleton spade. And partner did bid the suit after all. I mean, I guess we could go king of clubs club. I'm not sure I like it. Declare just gets a free discard from dummy, and partner might be roughing with a natural anyway. So queen of spades, declare can win the ace. What are they going to do from there? They'll play a diamond to the ace. Get the good news and bad news that South does have the diamond queen, but diamonds are not splitting. This is certainly a spot where if South had queen doubleton of diamonds, we could see a queen of diamonds false card on low diamond to the ace. So declare might play a second trump to just test and see if that's what's going on. The only way to play the hearts for 4 tricks is low to the 10, which would technically work here. Or at least the most likely way to play the hearts for 4 tricks is low to the 10. I should rephrase. I mean, Bilda is not the type of player that would need the heart queen for his 1 spade bid in an auction like this. Some players might. There are definitely players in this event who would, like, with king 10 5th of spades and out, be like, I don't have enough values to respond to partner's opening bid, so I pass. But Dennis is not one of those. I still kind of think that once South turns up with singleton queen and both pointed suits, the Queen of Hearts is a little bit more likely to be with North, even going against the odds based on distribution. King of Diamonds. I wonder what that play was all about. I guess Palma was convinced that South had a singleton diamond and decided to try and pick up stiff 10 or stiff 9, with North having queen 10 4th or queen 9 4th. Makes sense. So diamond to the 10 and ace, North splits. Now we're just knocking out the king and 10 of spades. And is this going to be good enough? We'll lose a diamond. We will lose 2 spades. And we'll lose the 1 club that we've already lost. But no heart losers. A heart's going to go on the 4th round of spades. So Declare doesn't even need to guess the heart suit. And Declare can then just rough clubs in the west hand, and North is going to get end played out of, or not end played, North is going to get trump cooed out of their 9 of diamonds. Cool. Very cool. I mean, I guess with the Queen of Hearts falling, Declare doesn't need to rough both clubs. So plus 110, but does not make up for the minus 500 that their teammates suffered at the other table. So this will be 9 imps. Going the way of De Boden. Oh, I forgot that the results update in real time. So when I was quoting you that Vicuña might fall quite a bit in the standings, I guess they had already dropped pretty far. They're currently still sitting in 4th place. And how does the event overall work? I'm just... there's prize money for the top 4 positions. Oh, and the winner of the Swiss. I think I saw something about a knockout stage that might happen after the Swiss format. Let me look at the conditions of contest. They are doing something on tablets because there's discussions about undos. So they're probably bidding on tablets is what's going on. Top 8 teams qualify to the knockout stage. Okay. And that's going to happen after what day? Is it after today or is it after tomorrow? Okay, actually very unclear. Oh, they have a giant document. Oh no, this is horrible. They have a giant document for all of the WBT events, and I had to continue scrolling down until I found WBT Masters. So there are... I see. It's basically top 4. So there's just going to be a semifinals and finals is what's happening. But they do like a bracketed style knockout at the end of this round robin sort of thing is what's going on. All right, Declare can just claim. Maybe that's what's happening right now. Not sure what the long tank is about. Knock out the spade. Pitch a heart on the jack of spades. Ace, king of hearts, club rough, lead a heart up. And it's all marked. South didn't open a heart, so South doesn't have 5 hearts. Or maybe better said, South didn't rebid hearts, so South doesn't have 5 hearts. Oh, just kidding. I forgot. North actually gets to exit a diamond, so Declare does need to be a little bit more careful, but they can still do the same thing. Jack of spades, pitch a heart, king ace of hearts, and then lead a heart, and the diamond 8 gets promoted. Yeah, simple enough. Never needed to guess the heart queen. Good try by Bilda. Oh my god. The other table got to 6 diamonds doubled. They right-sided it so that the king of clubs was protected. This is the second doubled slam making. Where's our bingo card? Do we need to start bingo up again? This has been quite the match to watch. I'm very excited. 2 passes, so South doesn't preempt in second seat, unfavorable. West gets to open a diamond. Do North-South have a way to show 2 suitor over diamond opener? Most players don't. So maybe a diamond, a spade to start things off. How did they get to 6 diamonds? And then does it actually make? Like, what if North just leads a trump or even a spade? What happens then? I don't think Declare has enough tricks. I think you need the ace of clubs lead to let 6 diamonds make. Well, this didn't happen. So this was a diamond. It went a diamond, 4 spades, pass, pass, double. And now what? Yeah, West opened a diamond. The alert, VuGraph operator just got the wrong bid. So when diamond, 4 spades, pass, pass, double. Or maybe they're playing the forcing pass system in third seat. And so West passed, forcing, and has now made a takeout double of spades. I mean, I assume East just bids 5 diamonds here. I don't know what else. It's maybe a little bit surprising that East didn't just bid 5 diamonds over 4 spades directly. Maybe that's how they got to 6 diamonds in the other room. It went a diamond, 4 spades, 5 diamonds. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I personally prefer a 5 diamond bid over 4 spades. You know, this whole idea of at imps, if the opponents are making their game, it doesn't matter how many we go down. So we just bid over their game. And from East perspective, 4 spades is absolutely ice cold. They have no diamond tricks. They have no spade tricks. What, you expect your partner to take 4 tricks in hearts and clubs on an auction like this? Probably not. So 5 diamonds seems a little bit better. South decided to bid 5 spades in the other room. I think arguable whether or not that's the right choice, but I think it's fine. And then West, very understandable, bid 6 diamonds over 5 spades with the void. You know, maybe thinking that the opponents could be making 5 spades. And they would be right. It seems. Yeah, I think so. Declare can cross to the spade king, take a club finesse, and then just rough the club suit good. 5 diamonds got doubled. East didn't blue card it. Maybe East is worried that 5 spades is making, so yeah, I see why East wouldn't want to blue card this, even though East is confident they're making it. But it's still a little bit surprising to me North would lead the club ace on this auction. Like, what is North afraid of if they just lead the ace of spades? Where's the ace of clubs going? On hearts? Maybe. Probably not, though. I mean, if West has a bunch of diamonds with a spade void, how many hearts can they really have? Like, I suppose they could have ace, king, jack, fourth. Schultz is thinking over partners double. Double by preemptors often show extra offense, but I think it's a little bit less clear in this auction because North could have a very good hand for this 4-spade bid. So I think double is generally just going to be like, I think this is our hand. And from that perspective, maybe Schultz should be bidding 5 spades because they have a spade fit. Maybe 5 spades makes. Double dummy, you can set up a club spot for trick 12. Ooh, in what? In what contract? Oh, in 6 diamonds is what you're saying. If we just lead the spade ace, or trump, I mean, whatever. We play 3 rounds of hearts, pitching a club. We pull a second trump, and then we lead a club to the 9. And then we lead the king of clubs, pinning the queen doubleton from south. I mean, that may well have been Declare's line of play. Once North turns up with a stiff diamond and a stiff heart, yeah, I think you make a good point that Declare may well have chosen that exact line of play in 6 diamonds on a different lead. So while the ace of clubs made things very easy for Declare, they might have still made it on a different lead. Schultz deep in the tank over the double of 5 diamonds. His hand doesn't look all that offensive, but partners probably is. It's tricky. I mean, Bilda expects that his partner's going to pass this double a lot of the time. And so from South's point of view, Bilda should have a little bit more in the way of defense than he actually holds. He kind of does have the defense that he's expecting, though, from his side, because he only has 6 spades for his 4-spade bid, so he's going to expect the ace of spades cashes. But I think Schultz will come to the realization that 5 spades is going to make often enough that it's not worth risking passing 5 diamonds doubled. Like, what does he need from partner? He needs basically this hand. He needs the ace queen of spades and the ace jack of clubs, and some length in the black suits that allows him to rough the clubs in his hand. And I mean, then what's going to happen over 5 spades? It'll probably go pass, back around to east. I don't think it's forcing from west to pass. Oh my. Okay. Well, so this will probably be, I mean, this could be the over trick, 650, but it'll probably just be 550 is my guess. And 6 diamonds doubled making. This is the second time this match. This is an unacceptable amount of tanking. Wow, Schultz just leads the spade king as well, trying to be passive. I really expected a heart lead, trying to get partner rough at trick 1. Also would have been unsuccessful, but that's what I thought was coming. He did think for a long time about his pass, though, so he was spending a lot of that time thinking about his opening lead problem, not just what to do over 5 diamonds doubled. I do think with the speed of play in this event, do they have a list of, or in the conditions of contest, the how fast these matches are? Because I thought it was like 70 minutes or something for 10 boards, which is very quick, especially behind screens. Oh, it's 75 minutes for 10 boards. So behind screens, that is a little bit faster than players are used to. Normally you get like 9 minutes or so behind screens to play a board. Oh no, slow connection detected. Remember, I'm still mooching off of the internet from upstairs until until Verizon comes out to my new place. So unfortunately, if the stream dies, it's not entirely my fault. But this problem should be resolved in a week. At least I hope so. I don't have wired internet at this new place, unfortunately. It's gonna have to be wireless, but at least the router will be like directly next to my computer. The neighbors sound great. Neighbors are wonderful. One of them, they're married. They're about my age. And the husband's out of the country for a couple of weeks on work trip, I think. So I haven't really been able to get to know them. I met both of them briefly before I moved in. I have not met the dog yet, even though I hear the dog constantly. He's just like scampering back and forth like upstairs. I don't know if anyone else can hear that, but just the paws like clip clop clip clop clip clop on the hardwood floor, like back and forth, back and forth. The dog is the most important neighbor. I've heard that the dog is a pit bull / I forget what else, but it's like a big mix of a lot of different things. But apparently, like pit bull is the main breed. Declare rough the opening spade lead and immediately pulled a round of trumps. Time to pull another round of trumps. Right? But I guess if we pull a second round of trumps, we can't kind of set up a club trick line, can we? So we actually, if we were in 6 diamonds doubled and we did get, say, a trump or the ace of spades lead or something, we would have to pull exactly 1 round of trumps and then play 3 hearts and then play a diamond over and then lead a club to the 9. I mean, I don't know if they're going to do that. It would have been more interesting to see how Declare would have played on the ace of spades lead. Pits can be the best or worst dogs. I mean, this seems like a very lovely couple. They've been very friendly so far. I mean, you know, not just like lending me internet. They lent me a screwdriver yesterday, so I got a blister on my hand assembling the desk that I now have, which is great. Your dog is the scaly baby shift. I remember when you sent a picture of your dog in the Discord. Your dog is very cute. Hey, Eric. I'm in my new place. Yes, I am. Am I correct, or did I miscount the trumps? So we go king of hearts, pitch a club, heart ruff, club to the 9, north is in, forces us in spades, king of clubs, covered in ruff. Yeah, we're a trick short. So this is just going to be 550. I mean, still, just like what a massive result in the other room. 1090, 6 diamonds doubled making. Gonna be 11 more imps going the way of DeBoden. You know, the thing is, on deals like this, even if we could end play the opponents into giving us a rough slough, it just doesn't help because we're scoring all of our trumps separately anyway. It's an amusing thing about these hands with where you can end play the opponents, but you're already cross-ruffing all of your trumps naturally. It doesn't help for them to give you a rough slough. So you can look out for that on defense as well, that if Declare just has a cross-ruff themselves, you can freely give the Declare a rough slough and not cost a trick. They just led the club ace at trick 1, and that made 12 tricks easy and 6 diamonds at the other table. And that's why Sweden got 3rd in the Bermuda Bowl, because they lead club aces on auctions. Like, no, I mean, the ace of clubs is sensible. I'm not convinced that it's percentage, but it could be the case that 2 club tricks go away. It's definitely possible that 2 club tricks go away, or at least one of them. My face is sensible. Thank you. You kind of have to lead an ace. Well, I mean, you could lead a trump, but yeah, like I just think like the ace of spades is pretty normal as like a passive lead. Let the opponents struggle to take their tricks. Ace of clubs holds. Well, I mean, like if your plan is to try and cash 2 aces, then you may as well start with the spade ace, right? I think the ace of clubs, the ace of clubs was just a little bit of a worry that partner had the club king, and your 2 club tricks get compressed if you don't take them in tricks 1 and 2. That's got to be the rationale behind it, which could be true. You know, everyone's gambling in an auction like that. You preempt to the 4 level, the opponent's bid on, your partner bids to the 5 level, the opponent's bid on. You don't really expect them to be making. And so oftentimes, if you don't really expect the opponents to be making, you can just kind of make a passive lead and let them worry about how to find their way to 12 tricks or 11 or 10, whatever it ends up being. 1 no by Schultz. We finally found a hand that he likes opening a no trump with. 3 spades, singleton spade, 3 hearts, 5-4 in the minors. Might get the same auction as in the other room. South just bids 5 diamonds over this. Or, well, 4 diamonds. You may as well not preempt your partner. North could have a big hand. But yeah, 4 diamonds past 5 diamonds seems pretty likely. Let me rephrase that. I mean, push that ace of spades into the heart suit and 6 diamonds is cold, so Bilda should probably try. There's 4 hearts. 4 spades from Schultz might shut down North's hopes. So what exactly would that mean? I mean, then the queen of spades could be in the heart suit. But it becomes a lot more grim when South shows the ace opposite your singleton. You would very much prefer South to have a bunch of small spades opposite the singleton. Useful honors elsewhere. The slam's on a finesse. I mean, it's on a finesse because South happens to be 5-4-2-2, right? Like if South only had 4 diamonds and had 1 extra club, then you would just have a club loser. 6 diamonds? Schultz is like, I've seen too many slams make at this table to not bid this one. Okay, Well, this is going to go down very quickly. Or is it? Oh my. Wait a second. What if West leads a club? Okay, he just leads the Jack of Hearts. I mean, a club seems very anti-percentage, but now we remember partner didn't double 4 hearts. Whoops. Jack of Hearts covered. I mean, maybe that was part of Schultz's thought, that East didn't double 4 hearts, so it's likely that any heart finesse I take is winning. Reasonable. Heart is a safe lead. It's not really going to cost, but you might need to set up a trick somewhere, right? Is that possible? And it's quite likely that the trick you could set up would be in clubs if partner has values there, as opposed to, say, spades or hearts. I mean, a heart might give away a position where it's like ace queen third ups at 3 small. Like if dummy has ace queen third and declare has 3 small, you're never leading a heart from king jack 10. So declare would be able to pick off partner's king doubleton. I agree that like the Jack of Hearts is the very natural lead to make, and maybe that's as far as West got with his thinking on the hand. But I think it becomes a lot less likely the way the auction has played out that a heart's going to be successful. Works here, though. I mean, anything would have worked as long as it's not a club at trick 1. That would give declare an extra pitch for one of their heart losers. Pass, pass, and no trump. Palma has learned the Brady school of bridge, where you just open a no trump on every hand in third seat. This one happens to be 17. One no, I'll pass, probably. I mean, West does not have a hand opposite a third seat, one no trump that really wants to invite. It is a vulnerable game, but 4 triple 3, your 4-card suit has no honors in it. The other table bid and made 3-0 on this one, so it looks like it's going to be another big swing going the way of de Boden. East opened a no trump and West invited. Wow. East had no trouble accepting. And what do you need to do to make? Queen of Diamonds opening lead. Runs around to declares king. You got 3 hearts, a diamond, 2 clubs, and a spade. I mean, 1 no trump is not in any danger. Declare is just going to take a club finesse or whatever and take however many tricks he ends up taking. A bit surprised Schultz covered that Jack of clubs. Pretty unlikely that Declare doesn't have the 10 for a play like that. That is not what happened. Let's try again. Okay. Okay, we figured it out. Now club to the 10 and queen. Diamond to the ace. The 10 of spades is going to come through. To the jack and king. Spade back to the 9. But yeah, Declare just gets to cash out at this point. 9 of clubs takes trick 5 and 3 more hearts. So does Declare need to pick up the clubs to make 3 now? And if so, how did they do it at the other table? Let's take a quick look at how the play went over there. Queen of Diamonds opening lead went to the ace. And then a spade came through to the jack and queen. A spade came back, ducked. Another spade. And because Declare couldn't afford to lose a trick to South, who had the long spade, they took the club hook the right way. Wow. I mean, it really is just a guess. I don't know how Declare got the guess right. South turned up with 4 spades. South turned up with 4 diamonds. It seems a little bit counterintuitive to hook South for the club queen, but it worked out. 10 more imps. DeBoden wins 55-20. Looks like we have another match going on right now on 5 diamonds doubled making and 5 spades making in the other room on that board 18. Cope and Crouch were able to settle into 5 spades. Kalita and Klukowski did bid up to 5 diamonds, but ended up sitting for 5 spades, undoubled at the very least, but still 15 big imps coming through. Club Slam on board 14 was bid as well for 11 imps. One table defended 5 spades doubled on board 15, and the other table defended 5 spades undoubled. They beat it an extra trick, though. I mean, they do say that when you double on defense, it helps Declare play at a trick better. I'm not sure that that's true in this case, but amusing. I mean, maybe it's the case that Robson decided to try and make it or something, or do something silly to try and make it because he's undoubled. Could be what happened. Spade opening lead from Alfrey against 6 diamonds. Not an unreasonable contract to reach. We did see it in the match we just watched. How did they get here? 1 no, 3 spades, double. I don't know what redouble is by South. I think South intended redouble as showing spade values, and that doesn't make a lot of sense in this auction. What should redouble be? That's something I don't actually know. What do people play redouble as? All right, Shift, enjoy your lurk. Redouble is probably... Man, I really don't know what redouble should mean. Because 3-no is the bid if you don't care that they're getting a spade lead into you. You don't care about partner singleton spade. You can't really want to play 3 spades redoubled, because you would be in a 5-1 fit at best, or maybe a 6-1 fit at best. I'm not sure. All right, Declares testing for Queen Jack, 3rd of clubs falling. Seems reasonable before taking the heart finesse. And this is going to be offside. All right, just protecting against the stiff ace of hearts somewhere. Spade ruff, club ruff, and then lead a heart up. Strip out the hand as much as you possibly could. Okay. We got the claim. 6 diamonds down 1. The other table got to 3 no trump, which is not the best contract, but does happen to make. The heart suit is blocked. So 10 more imps going the way of Allfrey, who I think was pretty high up in the standings. So a fortunate pairing for them if this was indeed a Swiss. I don't know if it's a Swiss or round robin. Oh, actually I do know. It's a round robin, isn't it? I think we saw the full schedule the other day when we looked this up. Pass by West, pass by North. East has the 17 count. I think Allfrey and Robson are pretty down the middle bidders, so Allfrey will open a no trump in third. One no, all pass. The other table did go down 2 and 3 no trump, so this is going to be another pickup going the way of Allfrey on the final board of the round. We said that they need to guess the clubs to make 3 no. Jack of diamonds lead went around to the king. A diamond came back. A diamond came back, huh? It doesn't really cost. So diamond went around to the ace. The 6 of spades through from North. Whoa. Didn't really matter. To the queen, a spade back. Third round of spades, and Kalita's in. Yeah, I mean, he guessed the clubs in what I would say is the normal way, which is to take a club finesse against the player who's expected to have more length in the round suits. You know that North has a doubleton diamond. You know North has 3 spades. So South able to win the club queen and just cash out. And how much is this going to end up costing? Why is... Okay, it's Rubinstein. We can't really fault him, but... Why...
Better late than...
Better late than...
Jack of clubs. Hey, Richard Greer, thanks so much for the 32 months Prime sub. Appreciate the support. Welcome back to the lounge. The double TTS, yeah, okay, where is that coming from? I need to figure that out. Because my Streamlabs has like been updated so often.
How many times does this one get read out?
Let's see. I have no idea where the double comes from. The double and then the redouble TTS. If only we could get a redoubled TTS. How did the 8 of spades take a trick, by the way? Has anyone figured that out? Why does it seem to me like Declare has scored an extra spade trick somehow? Anam discarded the 10. I see. Well, that was probably not the right play. But 8 imps going the way of Allfrey. Didn't end up hurting too much. Discarded the 10 and then led the 9. Yeah, I mean, I suppose at that point it probably doesn't really matter what you do. And Declare would have had all the time in the world to set up diamonds if necessary. So 51 to 11. Let's pull up the standings. There should be one more match today. Let's figure out what's going on. Here are our current results. Almost every board is in. So a Prey Bridge champ still sitting on top of the table. This is after 15 of 21 rounds. So I guess we have one more day tomorrow to complete the round robin, and then we're going to get 2 days of semifinals finals. That will be today's Wednesday, so Friday, Saturday will be semifinals and finals, or maybe just Friday. I'm not sure. I don't know how fast they're playing those two matches. But Prey Bridge Champs up in first. That is some of the Nordic players, as well as Aachen and Welland. No sponsor, it looks like, as far as I know on that team. De Boden does have a sponsor, although a non-playing sponsor, so non-playing captain, Janet. Gillis, I assume sponsored, and has a bunch of strong Norwegians and Swedes as well. Allard, we just saw them up against Rubenstein, so they had a good set. They're up in fourth. And I think the top 4 teams are the ones that qualify. So these are the positions that matter. There is prize money for winning the Swiss overall. And then there's prize money for the top 4, regardless of whether or not you won the Swiss. So if Allard finishes first, then they're going to get, I think it was like 10,000 euros or something like that. I mean, it's a sizable amount for the event. I don't know how you play in this thing. I guess there's some sort of sign-up fee. This is the type of thing that I think would attract a lot more younger people to start playing bridge. Because, I mean, I don't care about money all that much, but certainly there was some sort of incentive for me to go and play chess tournaments because I was earning money by playing in chess. I mean, it was like gambling in a sense, but it was gambling with complete control over your own destiny, right? All you had to do was win every game, and then you get paid when you play in chess tournaments. So this would be something like having prize money. I mean, I know the big concern is always like, what do we do if people are cheating? And that's hard to say. I don't have a perfect solution to that problem, but hopefully tournament directors can organize more things like this, because this would really help to popularize the game among, people who are more Machiavellian than I am, I suppose. All free in 6th. Plan B Bridge Club in 7th. Firm, US-sponsored team with Brinken Driver, Mono, and DeFranco. Up in 8th, they have a chance. Pharma Service, Morden Bilda. Turkish team down here in 10th. So Daisy Chain slipping a little bit. They were doing okay for the first few days, but this is Joe Gru's team playing with Augustin Medalla. Rubenstein down in 15th currently. Danish Juniors not having a great showing right now. Sitting in 22nd, but they have plenty of years to catch up to the rest of the teams. Let's take a look at the Butler and see how everyone's doing still. Well, this is fascinating. Newt Blacksit is up in first. This tournament has a 3,000 euro entry fee. Wow. Interesting. Let's do a little bit of math on that, but let's take a look at the Butlers for a second. Yeah, what's the prize pool? I know that's why I'm curious about, because I think first place only gets 10,000 euros. So that's an enormous amount of money that's being kept for the tournament organizers. I can talk more about like how chess runs it, because I think that is relevant and important to the discussion. So Newt Blacksit played 30 boards, but then Frieden got subbed in to play with Lars for, it looks like, a bunch of matches today. So I don't know if that's because there's been some sort of illness or something like that, or what the deal is, but looks like there was a substitution and they're still doing well. So, being +2 on the Butler through 80 deals is a lot more impressive than being +2 after 30. Really nice result. Broglin and Bakke played quite a few boards, 109 so far. Looks like we're waiting on one board to come in, but they're leading the Butler for the top pairs who've played over 100 deals, but The Apres Bridge Champs squad looks like they're doing quite well. Klukowski and Kalita have caught up. They were looking a little bit bad midway through yesterday, I guess. They had a minus 43 card somewhere, but now they're close to being +1 once again. They've played every single hand. No surprise there. I guess they're a 5-handed team, so that makes sense. Leo and Jerome Rumbo on Team Allard up here. The Rimstedt brothers on Team Gillis. So this explains why Gillis is doing so well. 2 pairs in the top 10 on the Butler. Christian Lehrman. Look, the kid's good. He's only played a handful of deals, 50 total, but he's sitting in 12th on the Butler. Daisy Chain, a couple of players, but it looks like Gru and Madala have slipped a little bit for that team. Bilda and Schultz doing well for DeBoden. Oh yeah, and we get these updates in real time, which is kind of cute, that the site just refreshes itself. I do like that. Here's Gru and Madala for Daisy Chain, as well as Upmark for Team Lundberg, sitting at half an imp per board on the Butler. Alfrey Robson on Team Alfrey. Some other, the English pairs, looks like they've been colluding and getting the same results on every board because they're pretty close, Butler-wise. Kulin and Mikkelsen for Vicuña, doing well and Dawkin, and so on. I wanted to look at the prize pool. So let's see. Prize pool. Oh yeah, I see it right there. 3,000 euros to participate. So that, let's do a bit of quick math. 3,000 euros, there's 22 teams, so this is going to be 66,000 euros. And the total prize pool is 29,000. Let me pull up for comparison a chess tournament that I know has just been running for a million years. Foxwoods Chess Tournament 2025. It hasn't happened this year yet. But, well, let's look at 2024 so that we can find out how many players actually played. Okay. All right. Foxwoods Open Tournament. So we'll try and find out how much prize money there was for this as well. It's listed over here. So there is some prize money, but there are 84 people who entered the event. And I'll try and find out the entry fee as well. Entry fee. Sorry, I just want to make sure that this is the 2024 event and not 2025. Okay. It is 2024. Oh, they moved it to March. This tournament used to take place in November, I think, when I played in it. Okay, so where's the entry fee? I swear I saw the entry fee listed here somewhere. Entry fee 500... entry fee 228. Okay, 228, right? Times 84. I'm not going to do this in my head. Is a little over 19,000. So $19,000 of entry fees are being collected for just the open section, right? There's a bunch of other sections, so ignore the 60,000 guaranteed. That's for all sections. And then we can take a look at, where was I? The actual prize. So we said, what did I say? $19,000. We have 52, 82, 11-2, 14-2. This is like 1,000. So 15-2, 16-2. So there's actually more prize money that was handed out than money that was taken in for the tournament. Now that's just for the open. And I'm sure that they're making money off of the other sections in this big event. But this is like a premier chess event that's run every year. I played when I was a kid, and a bunch of other people are playing. And I guess they're probably also collecting extra money from, where was that thing that I was looking at? There's like re-entries. So think of this, if you're familiar with poker, if you rebuy into a tournament, like you get knocked out of a tournament very early and you can rebuy in, you can pay an extra $100. I mean, basically you can do that as well in the chess tournaments. Let's see. And there's also like $500 more for... Oh, wow. Okay, this is new. I didn't realize that. There's also this stipulation as well. So like a little bit less money was even taken in. Grand Masters get to play for free, which this is something that's pretty popular in chess. So yeah, if you're good, you pay less. But the point is, if you want to enter into the open section, which is a pretty popular thing to do if you are a like rising star player, like as a kid, which was something that I did all the time. I mean, I don't know if I was considered rising star or whatever. Then they no longer allow you to do that just for fun, basically, or to try and learn, gain experience. They want people to be playing in their sections. So there's like a bunch of sections, right? There's under 2,200, right? So like they're saying if you are under 2,000 and you decide to enter into the open section when you could have entered the under 2,200 or under 2,000 section, then you're going to have to pay more for that privilege, which I think is sensible. I mean, like, whatever it is, like, I think the main point that we've established is that, like, the chess tournament effectively just returns close to 100% of the prize fund to the players that are playing. And this has been a successful franchise for a very long time, doing this sort of stuff. Like, I guarantee they're making money on the open section, even though the calculation we just ran says they don't. And like we kind of ignored how many GMs were playing or foreign IMs and WGMs. All of that, like, I'm sure they're making money because there's probably this amount happen. Like, I guess we could take a look, like how many people under 2,000 played. Here's one. Here's another. Here's another. Here's another. Here's another. And I think this was sorted by score, so we'll probably see on the second page a bunch of pretty low players. There's an unrated, 1,900, 1,900, 1,800. So yeah, I mean, given this, they definitely made more than their $19,000 prize pool or whatever, $20,000 prize pool on this thing. But in essence, I mean, they're getting back... giving back, close to 100% of the prize or the entry fee to the players. Whereas the bridge tournament, going back over here, 29,000 out of 66,000, they're pocketing a lot of money, but they're also not earning a lot of money because very few teams are participating. I mean, it might be the case that for a little while, until this sort of gets established as a way for, younger people to get involved in the game and play and learn and make money at playing tournaments, they probably will make less money by offering more prize pool because the same players are going to play and you're not going to generate more interest for more teams. But a lot of people do like gambling, and especially among bridge players where everyone thinks they're the best player in the world. If you incentivize people by like having a bigger prize pool, people will pay to play in the tournament. Eric, you have 50% as standard in your local tournaments. See, that's the thing, right? Like, some people definitely do this as like expected value calculation. Who do we want to watch? Let's watch Grun Madala. Oh, it's up against the sponsor. That's fine. we'll head over here. I'm sorry, we missed like the first board where someone made 12 tricks and someone made 9 tricks. That seems like something went horribly wrong. Okay, well, let's take a look. 10 of diamonds lead. Declare 1. Crossed in hearts to lead a spade up. Okay, seems reasonable so far. But then diamond rough, club to the ace, diamond rough. Okay, well, actually very sensible. And 11 imps to daisy chain. You won a tournament where they gave away 100% of the prize pool? That's pretty nice. I mean, so the first chess tournament that I made serious money from, I was 10 years old. And I was like thrilled. I was just like, oh my God, I got like $1,300 in a check from the tournament organizers. Like, and they handed it to you like that day. This wasn't one of these like, okay, yeah, we'll wire it to your bank account sort of thing. It was like you actually got to go up on stage and they would just hand you a check on the podium. Was kind of cool. So, and like, I don't really care all that much about like receiving money for things like this. But I mean, I thought that it was like a nice, it was a fun way to like end the event. And that made me more incentivized to play more tournaments. So I think if bridge tournaments were like that, people would be more interested as well. A club, North made a takeout double. And then when it went 1 heart, 2 hearts, North chickened out of rebidding 2-0 to show their hand, which I think is really unfortunate. I mean, obviously, the way the auction's gone, North-South are happy that they've stayed a little bit lower. And I certainly would just overcall a no trump on the North cards. I mean, jacks are bad cards. 4-3-3 is pretty poor. But once you start by saying your hand is too good for a no trump overcall, you have to follow through. Otherwise, it's just way too difficult to describe your hands if you're just ignoring system at every opportunity. Yeah, I mean, I think, so we could do a little bit more math. I don't think I care to, but if you want to look up that Foxwoods tournament that I was talking about and go into 2024 and figure out exactly how much money was earned by the tournament organizers, I bet you'll find it was a substantial amount. And so I would say it's a little bit disorienting for people, this concept that, I mean, it's kind of like economics. It's like supply and demand in some weird fashion, that the more prize money you put out, the less percentage cut you need to make on that prize money because more people will sign up. So like if you have a tournament and you're taking a 50% cut, but only 20 teams or whatever show up, then you're going to be making the same amount as if you had a tournament with you take a 25% cut, but 40 teams show up. And so if you can get a tournament with like 100 teams, you don't need to take much of a cut for you to be earning the same amount as with these smaller events. Now, granted, I mean, you'll probably need to pay staff and stuff for larger events. You'll need to get a larger event space. So there are those costs, which I suppose can be relatively expensive. I mean, especially if you have to upgrade from a tiny event space into a larger one. So I understand that might be a big bottleneck in this process. But like, if we could get a bridge tournament where there's like 1,000 teams and the tournament directors are only taking like a 5% cut, or not the tournament directors, the organizers are taking a 5% cut, that would be so much better than this. They would make more money, I'm sure of it, and people would be a lot happier and people would want to come back and play more. because there's a chance that they can win a big prize. Oh no, North exited a trump. So that's going to make things very easy for Declare from here. Yeah, this would have been another spot where North could have just given Declare a rough slough. ACBL is a nonprofit. Yes, are they? I still don't understand what a nonprofit means. But like, of course they could do all of these things to incentivize more people to play. The argument that I've generally heard from people is that and I think I've heard this from the ACBL, is that when there's prize money, there's a greater incentive to cheat, and their main objective is to prevent cheating. I think this is still like fresh in everyone's minds, even though it was 10 years ago now, the 2015 like big cheating scandal that went public. And so people are still worried about that as one of the main concerns for tournaments, which I can totally understand. I think that's a reasonable concern to have. But you know, when people are just like, how do I get more young people to play? And someone is like, offer prize money at tournaments, and they're like, okay, yeah, but like, we can't do that. So we need other ideas. Like, if this keeps getting mentioned and people constantly turn it down, who's really at fault here? I mean, obviously these other organizations, right? Like the WBT now has this prize money tournament. That event that we did commentary for in India a while back, and maybe even next week's event, the HCL, is going to have prize money for the top finishing teams and pairs. I know the Cavendish got shut down a while back. There was concern. I don't remember why the Cavendish got shut down. Let me look that up before I say something that I'm going to regret. Well, Wikipedia doesn't tell me why it was shut down. But I thought the Cavendish got shut down because of some concerns with, like, I don't know if match fixing is the way I would put it, but something about like the betting system. And there being some sort of shady business going on with the wagering system. But that had an enormous amount of money involved. This is an interesting hand in front of us. We got East-West on the cusp of making 6 spades, and it turns out they do, because the hearts split. So Declare can ruff the heart suit good. Well, and the spades split. So Declare can ruff the heart suit good, and then pull trumps, and I guess the spades splitting doesn't really matter. Club lead, win the ace. No, it does. It does. I also think that it's pretty unlikely this North player is going to lead a club, which is automatic on this hand. You're holding on to an ace. You need to set up a second trick before that ace gets knocked out. Therefore, clubs is your best bet. So always lead away from the club king here. No question. Best chance to defeat 6 spades. But I think we'll probably see a heart lead. I mean, I don't know exactly what happened in the auction here. 3 clubs showed something. 3 diamonds was asking. 3 no trump was something. VuGraph operator stopped alerting, but there was a club Q bid and then key card and so on. Good judgment from Madala to bid on to 6 spades, despite, I mean, partner effectively not having enough key cards. He kind of knows that there's a club loser, but he expects that his heart suit might be good enough to take care of all of partner's clubs. Oh God. The ace of diamonds lead. Oh no. I don't think it was going to matter. On a club lead, Declare would just go up with the ace. And has a bit of a decision about what to do next, but with the queen third of hearts on side, nothing Declare does could go wrong. Probably 2 rounds of trumps to find out. Well, you can't do that. At least 1 round of trumps, then heart to the ace. No, can't do that either. Heart to the ace, spade to the ace, lead a heart. Now we have a guess, but taking the heart finesse or just roughing the heart suit good also would have worked. 980, we are way ahead of the other room. Who's playing over there? We have Mikkelsen and Kulin, who we established were actually quite slow. They were also quite slow when I played against them in Philadelphia a couple months back. And then Combescure and Robert. Is that a last name? I think that's a first name. On to board 25. Five imps coming through on board 23. 3 hearts went down a trick. But the other direction, it did just go a diamond opening and North overcalled a no trump, all pass. 1 no was where they landed. A long delay between the next boards getting pulled up. Ooh! Now West has a huge hand and East has all of the fitting cards for them. Not enough for slam with the king of spades offside. So heart pass. We'll see if South bids a no trump or 2 hearts with this hand. Or pass, I mean, I guess, right? Like if you're playing with a sponsor, it's often right to not be pushy with a lot of your bids. It's not even just that they wouldn't understand you responding with 3 high card points. It's that you don't really want them to end up playing a contract and going down. Because a lot of sponsors will be very concerned if they ever go minus on a hand that they declare. It's like, well, my partner bid me to this contract, so this must be the right place to play, and they expect to go plus every single time that they're declaring. It's similar reasons to, like, if a sponsor gets doubled in a contract, they often go down 2 or 3 extra tricks because they're just so worried that they've done something wrong. They second guess all of their decisions. So I think for that reason, I like South's pass, but playing with an expert partner, definitely you would start with a no trump or 2 hearts, depending on your agreements. You don't want to give the opponents a free ride, basically. Like when you pass, the opponents now know that it's their hand and they can basically just, they have all the space in the world to bid with. Wow, 2 clubs by North. Ambitious. Very ambitious. Opposite a partner who has passed. Yeah, I like this 3 heart bid from South. I mean, South expects, so having already passed 1 heart, South has quite a good hand with 3-card heart support, and now partners hit his only other values, the club queen. So 3 hearts does put pressure on East-West. And you expect to not be going for a large number because partners should have values for their bid, right? Right? We might expect, at least. Madala had heard enough. He was just like, time to bid my spade game. Probably get the Ace of Hearts lead after South's 3-heart bid. So this will just be 11 tricks. Only real question is, will declare cross in diamonds or clubs to run the 10 of spades? I think the answer is yes. So Ace of Hearts, probably continue a heart. Nothing better for North to do. Nope, Jack of Diamonds switch. This could make some sense if we hope to get in with the Spade King and get a Diamond Ruff. It looks like Declare elects to just cash the Spade Ace. Easy enough. Spade to the King, pulling trumps, 11 tricks. Other table still playing this pivotal board 24. Could be a pretty large swing going the way of Daisy Chain. If they miss the slam or if they get there and end up going down in the other room, we'll have to wait and see. Now, Gru playing with Moss would often be opening a heart on this hand. He does with Madala as well. I would open a heart on the East hand. I think if you're playing a system where you're not allowed to open this a heart, you're probably doing something wrong. Being forced to preempt 2 hearts with that hand is... that's probably taking a step in the wrong direction of conservatism. A heart double pass by Madala. So North should probably just bid 4 spades. I mean, what else? Like, King, Queen, 5th of Hearts is not great, but you are 5-5. The 5th spade is huge. You have an 11 count. Yeah, 4 spades makes the most sense. Try and make it. Okay, East on lead. I could see the Ace of Hearts or I could see a club. I think those are the 2 main options. Ace of Hearts has a lot going for it. If you catch your partner with a stiff heart, you might just beat it immediately off the top. And so, yeah, Gru immediately does go after Ace of Hearts. Ace of Hearts, 10 of Hearts, guarantee that he gets a diamond return. Madala might pitch an encouraging diamond on this trick, in fact. Now he pitches an encouraging club. Reasonable as well. Yeah, Ace of Hearts, 10 of Hearts. Asking for diamonds. So 10 of Hearts gets roughed. Diamond to the ace, another heart. But that's going to be it. Declare can just rough high and pull trumps. King, Queen of Hearts are set up. So would Declare have had trouble if East had just let a club at trick one? I think yes, right? Like, you can probably plan on cross-ruffing quite a few tricks. If you're able to take a club, a diamond, and 8 trump tricks, that would be enough to make your spade game. All right, Declare is going to play the hand out, but we do just have a claim at this point, pulling trumps. And 11 imps on board 24. East-West missed the slam. One spade opening bid from Colleen, and East-West went into their ZZ relay to get information, but East not confident about having enough tricks. I guess worried about the small doubleton heart opposite partner's 5-card heart suit. Club opening lead from Comboscure. And Declare, obviously being at the 4 level, just elected to knock out the diamond ace. Ends up making 11 tricks. Okay, Declares pulling trumps. Probably checks for lurkers. And then claims the rest. 620, 4 boards to go. With this result, where do the standings currently sit? Let me give like a little bit of a halftime update. So Vicuña has slipped to 6th now. They are like about 4 VPs out of 4th. And Daisy Chain has moved up to 7th, although there's still a little bit of a gap between them and Vicuña. Daisy Chain is 8 and change VPs out of 4th. A Prey Bridge Champ's looking pretty good, but De Bowden, another big match for them. They're within 1 VP of the top spot. So those look like the 2 teams to beat currently. Midway through round 16. West opens a diamond. North, 14 count, but nothing to bid, especially opposite a passed hand partner. If partner was not a passed hand, I could understand a no trump overcall, but no reason to bid with this hand. Your side can't have a game. You don't have the right shape for a takeout double, so you just let this go. I think North is going to bid something, though. And my guess is that that's probably going to be double. Nope, North passes, good bid. So diamond pass a heart. 2 diamonds from Madala. Probably just ends the auction here. Again, North kind of like contemplating, hey, I need to do something. Okay, so this double is penalty for diamonds. We talked about this yesterday when I was playing the Into Bridge Slub Challenge. It should be penalty for diamonds. I guess I should mention that. But a lot of players aren't really that familiar, and I think especially with playing with a sponsor, I would expect them to want this to be takeout of some kind. So South bids 2 spades. And Gru lets it go. Feels like a decent result for North-South, with spades splitting. This diamond lead doesn't really end up hurting Declare too much, because East is just going to end up roughing air. Clubs can get picked up. for just one loser. So how many tricks is Declare going to lose? Let's say this goes diamond ruff. I mean, I don't know what to play as East. A club, I guess. Club to the king and ace. Club back and a third round of clubs. I things can get a little bit hairy, so maybe Declare will just lead the king of spades from dummy. West wins, gives partner another diamond ruff. And then queen of clubs club, and the jack of spades scores a trick, which it would have anyway. That'll be 2 diamond ruffs. West takes 2 spades, and they get a club, so it sounds like... Oh, and the king of hearts is coming eventually. So it sounds like down 1. Is there any way Declare can prevent that? I guess Declare can make a fairly counterintuitive play of... So assuming group switches to clubs, because that's probably what he's going to end up doing. Declare could cross to the heart ace after winning the club ace. To lead a spade up, and then West either has to sacrifice their spade trick by winning the ace. Oh, it wouldn't matter, right? West could just go up with the ace of spades and then give another diamond ruff and then queen of clubs club. So... Well, now that this has happened, Declare just played back a club. Not concerned about this club ruff looming. Gru says, no guarantee that a diamond back is correct. 3 of clubs. Yes, I can tolerate a diamond, but I can also kind of tolerate a heart. Okay, 2 spades goes down 1. I mean, disaster avoided a little bit. But it did look like North-South were probably going to defeat 2 diamonds. 3 natural diamond tricks, a couple of spades, a club, the ace of hearts. They would have gotten quite a few tricks on defense. Ten more imps on board 25. So East-West in the other room didn't find their way to a game. The auction started a heart pass a spade psych, and Kulin didn't overcall 2 spades. Whoa. So when the auction concluded out to 2 hearts, Kulin did bid 2 spades, but he wasn't showing nearly as good of a hand anymore. And East had a hard time finding a bid. Oopsies. So diamond ruff, club ruff with the ace of spades, and then another diamond ruff could come. Well, I guess then Declare pitches heart loser, so that wouldn't be as effective. But Madala might be thinking about that. Jack of diamonds. Huh. That seems like a strange play to me. Unless they have a specific agreement about this, that the jack is just like, don't do anything stupid. Just return a trump or something like that. Because normally this would be suit preference. And that would suggest hearts, right? Yep. That would suggest hearts, wouldn't it? Well, Declare is going to make 2 spades after all. So a bit of a failed defense here for Gru and Madala. I don't understand the Jack of Diamonds. Gru didn't either, and it ends up costing them. Two spades making a bit of a sigh of relief for Team Vicuña. 3 boards to go. Madala has an 11 count, 4-4 in the majors, favorable. Definitely want to open this. Any system. So I guess 1 club. Double by North. We've seen North double with strong hands before, but they didn't follow through on showing their hand. This time, I think they're going to get a bit of an easier route because it'll start a club double pass by Gru, probably. South will bid a heart, and then North can bid 2 diamonds to show their hand. North might think their hand's a little bit too good for that sequence, but we'll see if they decide to treat it as double Q bid and then diamond bid, or just double and bid diamonds. It is quite a good hand. I don't know. Do we want to just game force opposite nothing? Partner needs 3 small diamonds and we have play for 3 now. Maybe. I mean, partner could have Jack Doubleton of diamonds and we have play for 3 now, although it wouldn't be a great contract. Maybe partner has like a side card somewhere and the opening lead gives us our 9th trick before they knock out the ace of hearts. Especially once partner Gru bids a spade. I wonder if this is alerted as no 4-card major. I'm not sure. South bids a no trump? Well, it looks like 1 spade was natural. So Gru did... he's sitting on the same side of the screen as North. Whoa, 3 diamonds. That doesn't make any sense. Just bid 3 no. Unless you're worried about a slam. I mean, could you have a slam as North? Maybe North just realized that they need to complete the description of their hand after that previous takeout double. So 3 diamonds, 3 no from South. Sure. 1 no trump is a big bid from South. 7 high card points, 4 triple 3, couple jacks. Yeah, don't know about that one. But yeah, what I was going to say about the spade bid is that Gru being on the same side of the screen, especially with a sponsor, sponsors are a lot easier to read most of the time than pro players. North may have given away that they had a very good hand. And so he wanted to just get in the way, try and preempt the auction as much as possible. Jack of spades lead. I haven't seen any chat messages in like 30 minutes, by the way. I just want to make sure that I haven't gotten disconnected from chat. If someone could like write something, please let me know. Because if not, I guess I can go on. You're here? Perfect. Okay, great. Thank you. You can go back to lurking. It's all fine. I just, I was getting a little bit nervous because no one had said anything. And since I'm on like a kind of a weird internet setup for the next week, I figured that something could have gone wrong. No idea why Declare dumped the Jack of Diamonds from dummy. May well have wanted to keep that board, or keep that in the south. Oh, Declare dumped the Jack of Diamonds from hand, actually. Yeah, I was thinking, because there's no hurry to run the diamond suit. Maybe you wanted to use the Jack of Diamonds to cross in hand and lead a club to the 10 or something. Palma saw their defense on the previous board and decided to be aggressive. That's what you think happened? It could be. Yeah, very possible. And this is a little bit of the danger sometimes in newer partnerships for Gru and Madala, because they don't play together all that often, or if at all. They might not be as familiar with like the intricacies of what every signal means on every hand. All right, Ace of Hearts. Has Palma worked out what's going on? Exit the Jack of Hearts here. He does. Well done. Gets the over trick. And did this very quickly as well. Club up to the ace. So 11 tricks for Declare. All the match points. No real benefit at teams. 660. We got 2 boards to go. We have had some distributional monsters today that we've seen. South picks up another one. A 2-loser hand. And King of Diamonds on side. Dummy has an entry in the Ace of Hearts. 6 Hearts is absolutely ice cold. So pass by North. East will open a spade. Palma can overcall something. This is going to be a difficult hand to get right with a sponsor. I mean, Palma might just overcall 4 hearts. I could see that happening. With the plan over 4 spades to just bid 5 hearts. 2-loser hand, yeah, that's how you count losers. The way you count losers is you assume all finesses are working. So, Ace Queen 10 third is a 0-loser suit. I personally count it as 1. I mean, I also don't use loser count in anything, but maybe Ace Queen 10 third is up in the air. But certainly Ace Queen Doubleton is counted as 0 losers. When people talk about loser counting, like in textbooks, and I don't know why I said textbooks and bridge books, that's how loser count is referred to. Okay, Palma doubles and bids 5 hearts. Hard for North to do anything over this auction. 4 spade bid ate up a lot of room. South's 5 heart bid might just be based on a power double with hearts, but not necessarily as strong a hand as this. Okay. Ace of spades lead. So let's ruff, and let's ask the opponents where the diamond king is. Well, pull a round of trumps to make sure that they split. And then ask where the diamond king is. Makes sense to me. And 12 tricks on to the last board. There have been quite a few slams today that have been making. Board 24, they made it. There were a couple of doubled slams that made in the previous match we watched. Pass by East. South gets to open a spade. Madala has a big hand. He has 18 count, no spade stopper. This is one of these hands if right-hand opponent had opened a minor and we had jack third, we would probably just get away with overcalling a no trump. Maybe we think the hand's too good. But here over a spade, we can't really afford to do that. So I guess we overcall 2 diamonds. Palma didn't open! Coward! Ace, king, queen, 5th? You gotta at least preempt if you're not gonna open. Oh boy. Well, this gives East West a bit of a free reign, auction-wise. Now Madala bids a no trump, but yeah, he might also be convinced that South would have opened with ace, king, queen, 5th of spades. So figures that there's a good chance his partner has one of those cards, and there it is. 3-0 from Guru. Do they make anything on the East-West cards? It looks like the answer is no. Not even 4 hearts. Defense could just play 4 rounds of spades, killing that contract. All right. South gonna take the first 5 tricks, and that will wrap up the play. Let's head to the other room. They still have 5 boards to play over there. 4 spades doubled. Oh my. So what happened in the play so far? This was the hand where Gru led the ace of hearts, but this is played from the South. South is playing 4 spades. Trump lead. Declare took a losing club finesse. Oh no. We'll have to look back at the auction. Another trump. And Declare leads a heart to the king and ace. The jack of hearts came back, which got ruffed. Now a diamond to the ace. This is already down 1 at this point. And East decides to return a diamond rather than playing another heart. So diamond to the king, ace of clubs cashes, and Declare just has a cross ruff now to make the rest. Ooh, but 4 spades doubled goes down. What was the auction? East opened a heart. So I kind of understand the club finesse, but this is what I was insinuating about. If East had let a club at the other table, Declare didn't have an easy route to 10 tricks. I think they probably still should make it. But it's not so obvious how to do so. Trump lead made Declare's life very difficult and ends up going down 1. Okay, pass by South. We'll see another diamond opening from West. Or do they play a weak no trump? This could be an ideal hand for a weak no trump on the West seat. Or that, which I don't remember what it chose, but 2 diamonds, preempt of some kind. I mean, now South might balance 2 hearts. Yeah, 2 hearts very possible as a passed hand. You know, partner's not going to think that you have much. You have opened with a 6-card major. That's a real second seat week too. I think for them it's like values. It's like an opening bid with diamonds. All right, King of Spades lead, which does not technically blow a trick yet because Declare still has no dummy entry to the East hand. But maybe that's not true. Maybe maybe Declare can like lead the King of Clubs and force a dummy entry because the opponents are going to get end played too many times. So King of Spades round to the ace. Do we lead diamonds out of hand, or is our better plan to... Yeah, it looks like Declare does just elect to lead diamonds immediately. Let's draw trumps, force the opponents to play other suits. I mean, it's definitely better if we could just, like, ruff a bunch of hearts in the West hand or something. But yeah, I suppose if we lead the King of Clubs, someone's going to ruff the 3rd round of clubs. And that could be bad for us. Low heart switch immediately from north. Oh my. And Declare reads it. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know about that play by Declare. but it certainly worked out. That was very quick to duck that heart. Most of the time, North wouldn't risk shifting to a low heart if they had the queen, because they don't want to give their partner an impossible guess if they have ace-jack. So I think from like queen doubleton or queen third, North is very likely to switch to the queen in a situation like this. Fascinating. All right, a club comes. Club to the ace. Club back, maybe. But with South having the 7 of diamonds, I don't think Declare is in any trouble anymore. They're going to lose 2 more diamond tricks and a spade. So down 1, but that's about it. Shift, do you think that North was believing the queen of diamonds could have been ace, queen, jack? I mean, I don't know. What do you lead from ace, queen, jack, 6? Do you lead the jack first? I don't think the ace first makes any sense. Oh, don't return a diamond from North? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, does it? Like, it can't be right to play the same suit that Declare is playing. So I don't know if switching to hearts or clubs is right from North's hand. But Declare wants to pull trumps. You assume Declare's line of play is sensible. I don't see any reason to help Declare pull trumps. I think we want to try and force Declare somehow. Which is why I kind of thought the queen of hearts would have been the play from queen doubleton. What happened? Wait, what happened? Declare tried to pitch a spade on the 10 of hearts, but we know that the 10 of spades is on side. We also know spades are 4-3. What? What happened? I'm sorry, I missed something. Queen of diamonds went, heart to the ace and jack, club to the ace, club back. Why did we play a heart over rather than continuing to pull trumps? That doesn't make sense to me, first of all. And then why, when we're in dummy, did we not just take the free spade finesse? Like, this, I'm so confused by all of this. Everything that happened on this hand was confusing. Down 2, push. Well played. They win the board match, though, at least. West opens the weak no trump here. Oh. North could have king, queen, 10. No, South didn't push a spade through when they got in with the heart ace. South switched to clubs. North can't have king, queen, 10 of spades. South also didn't get a spade ruff. So there's no way that spades are anything other than 10/3 of spades on side. I guess it could be 10/4 of spades on side. But that's it. Very strange. Weak no trump, though. Oh, Al Hollander's in the chat. He says 10-13. You're glad you asked? Yeah, it's always good to clarify. I just... Like... This is why I tell people that card play is important, and no one believes me. People are just like, oh, so unlucky. So unlucky that Declare got that 3rd round of hearts roughed. They couldn't have done anything else. 1 no double, pass, pass, redouble. Yep. You miss obvious things like that. I mean, so did Kulin, and he got a bronze medal in the Bermuda Bowl. Like, I don't know what to say. People are like, everyone's so good at card play. I know that I'm kind of preaching to the choir because a lot of my viewers understand, but like, these are just things that happen. Like, I'm not immune to it. I miss a lot of obvious things in the card play too, but like, everyone just makes a ton of mistakes on these things. Bridge is hard. What? One no got redoubled and North was like, I've heard enough. What? I mean, what was North afraid of? That the opponents were going to save in 4 hearts? Right? Like, the only reason that you would bid 3 no trump here is you're worried about the opponents having a good save. Yeah, East Pass forces a I mean, the opponents are running. It's not like 1 no redoubled is ending the auction. I hear that. But, like, what happens if East bids 2 spades and South doubles? Isn't North happy? Wouldn't we be thrilled to defend 2 spades doubled? I don't know. It felt a little bit premature. Yeah, you like the 3-no bid at these colors. I'm a little bit worried that 3-no trump doesn't make, though. That's the thing for me, is that if the opponents lead a heart, then am I certain that we're not just going to lose like 4 hearts and a diamond? Or possibly like 3 hearts and 2 diamonds if partner has a small singleton? Like, sure, they were getting to 3 no trump. I'm questioning how we got here, right? Like, we passed. East would bid 2 clubs. That would go double. I don't know. Would we defend 2 clubs doubled with the North hand? See, this is what I'm talking about. How bad is 2 clubs doubled? We get 2 diamonds, a heart, 2 spades, at least 2 club tricks. And if we get a heart ruff, I guess that's like 500 or something. And 3-no does make. I mean, whatever. The 3-no needs the King of Hearts or Queen of Diamonds. Fair enough. If you're not planning on defending 2 of a black suit doubled, then I understand this bid. Trying to beat at 4 versus sure 600. What do you mean sure 600? Why does partner have to have a diamond fit? What? Hello? South showed values with their pass. Why would South show values with their pass? Nope. North made a penalty double. Chad, what are you talking about? Am I going crazy here? No. There's no way. This forced a redouble, right? This doesn't show anything. I am going crazy? Ah, no way. I mean, South could have a 0 count with a singleton diamond for the way the auction's gone, right? South wouldn't pull with a bust. Well, certainly not if pass forces redouble. Like, if pass by East was to play, then South would have to pull with a 5-card suit and a bad hand. But South would probably sit with a flat 0 count that was like 4-4-3-2. So doubleton diamond or whatever. Which, like, fine, maybe we make 3 no trump opposite that hand. I don't know. Probably not. I mean, not with a 0 count, but South could have like the jack of clubs and they lead a club at trick 1, and I guess we're still not quite home. Anyway, assuming that pass forces redouble, which it looks like it did, South would always pass, right? Because when it goes redouble pass, now South can run to their 5-card suit, or South can run to whatever they want to run to. Yeah, and as SMG says, like sometimes it's right to just, if we have a really bad hand and partner has made an error in judgment in doubling the opponent's weak no trump with, say, like a middling hand, like a 15 count, and that's it, and the opponents go after us, we could get into a lot more trouble if we run. There are times where even if pass by East didn't force redouble, if pass was just to play, sometimes giving up like 380 against the opponent's 1 no trump doubled is not so bad when we were going for 800 ourselves. This is a nice hand. Yeah. The 2 loser hand from South that we've established and talked about. What is 2 spades? Someone explain to me 2 spades. Oh no. This has to be a misclick, right? It went 1 spade, 2 hearts. I'm surprised by 2 hearts, but it had to be that. What is 2 spades? Do they have a convention card? I mean, this is probably not going to tell me what's going on. Direct Cupid for Comboscure and Rumbo, so that's not helpful. 2 spades is hearts and clubs. Okay, we get a push. No one has bid the slam on this hand yet. And then we're on to the last board. I don't even remember the last hand. It was pretty tame, right? 3-0, 1 down 1. I mean, they could get to like 5 diamonds down 1 or something. Probably just end up in 3-0 down 1 as well. He has hearts and he has club. Well, it shows hearts and clubs 5-5. Did I forget to mention that? It is Michael's for Comboscure and Rumbo. So pass by East. Are we going to see South also be a coward and not open a spade? I think this is like a automatic 1 spade. If not 1 spade, 2 spades is fine. I just don't like opening weak 2s with 5-3-3-2 shape. You like a preempt with this hand? I like it often with these types of suits, like King, Queen, Jack, 10, 5th, Ace, King, Queen, 5th. I do like preempts, but I want to have more than just the flattest distribution. Like 5-4-2-2 is enough. A singleton would be great. But here we have an 11 count. I mean, like, sure, it's a couple of jacks, but our spade suit's good. Why not just open a spade? If we get to 3-0, sometimes spades are 3-3. So be it. I mean, I would not be happy if partner bid like 2 clubs and then showed a spade fid and then we wound up in 4 spades. We have way too many losers. But yeah, 1 spade by South. Colleen had to make a choice, overcalls a no trump, and so this is just going to go Stamen 3-0. What? East has an 8 count. Okay. That's so much better. Operators have been giving me jump scares all day. North led a club? No way! South opened spades for a reason. Oh, it hurts. Well, this is going to be a lot of tricks. Okay, I understand the club lead. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Club lead has something going for it. I mean, like when the opponents bid 1-no, 3-no like this, you don't expect your partner to have running spades or a good spade suit. And it's not like this was a third seed opener. If it had gone pass, 1 spade, 1-no, pass, 3-no, absolutely lead a spade from north. But here it's a lot less clear. All right. Defense is pitching hearts. Makes Declara pretty happy. Another diamond pitching a spade, I guess. Heart suit runs. So this is going to be a big pickup to Vicuña, making 3-0. We need to play the blame game on this one. If we lead partner suit, at least we can't be at fault anymore. Yeah, I think it's a question with King 10 fifth. Because what sort of holdings are we actually gaining? I clicked on the wrong buildup, but we're just going to stay here. We gain if partner has something like queen third and Declara has like ace third, or no, ace third isn't good enough. If Declara has ace jack doubleton, we gain if partner has ace third of clubs. We gain if partner has ace jack third of clubs. So basically any hand where partner has ace third of clubs, a club lead is better. But it's pretty rare for a club lead to be best if partner doesn't have the ace and if partner doesn't have 3 of them. So I think I am leaning towards a spade. But it's got to be close. Other table got to 3-0, went down a trick. Here they've ended up in 5 diamonds, and this might cost them 2 imps if they get this guess wrong. North has already thrown a heart, though. So that might give Declara a bit more confidence. Did South open a spade? They did not. So Declara actually knew the king of clubs was offside. Okay, well judged. And then the very last table. Oh no, we were here earlier. So what are our results? Let's pull that up quickly, and then I don't know if I'm making it tomorrow for the last segment. How early is it? We'll check the ViewGraph schedule. But a Prey Bridge champ still holding on to first place. Gillis up in second. DeBoden in third, but that's a really close race for those two. At the end of the round robin, it doesn't, I think, just top 4 matter. There is a huge gap between third and fourth right now. Allard, Allfrey, Vicuña, Firm even, Dyson, Plan B Bridge Club. I mean, even getting down to Pharma Service and Daisy Chain, as well as GeoHydra. So like 4th through 12th is separated by only about 10 VPs. That's insane.